take a couple days to think this decision over, and then was it this morning he talked to you about it, or?
Yeah, he took a couple days, and there's still some medical tests that have to be made. It looks pretty obvious and plain he's going to need surgery. I guess until it actually happens, nothing's ever a done deal. But that is the direction that everybody at this point in time thinks is we're going to go. But even so, he's fought so hard. He's come back so many times, and he's just right now ready to move on.
And second question, what do you got to do to get John White 100 yards? It's quite a barometer of whether you guys win or not since he's been here.
Well, it starts with getting some movement at the line of scrimmage. Like I said, we did not get that at all. Friday night, it was a complete stalemate. It was all wadded up inside, and that's where it starts. And that's why he got so many yards last year. I mean, it was John White's a great talent, but to say it's all John White is a fallacy. The offensive line did a nice job blocking the run game up last year, and providing some creases for him, which we need to do.
I don't know how much time he spent thinking about this sort of thing, but how has this rivalry evolved? Is it the same as it was back when you were playing ball, or how do you characterize it?
Well, that's a good question. We're still in the infancy of the transition, with the differences that have shown up at the time of the game. I mentioned it's not as different this year as it appeared to be last year, and with the hiatus that we're taking in, was it 15 and 16, 14 and 15. I don't think I can answer that right now. I think it's definitely changing, but I think everybody will have a better idea 4 or 5 years from now exactly what's going on with it. But right now it feels very similar, not much different than it ever has.
Is there an advantage to having this game this week after performance on Friday night where you can get their attention?
Probably so, because the game itself gets their attention. There's not much you need to do as a coach from an emotional standpoint or psychological standpoint to get their engines revved up for this one. So in that respect, I think it comes at a good time. Also being able to play at home, I think is good to get back to Rice Eccles this week.
Coach, are the goals still the same despite the loss and despite losing Jordan?
Certainly, yeah. This doesn't, the silver lining, if there is one, is that this has no impact upon conference play. Now, if you watch TV this weekend, you know that the conference play is going to be pretty rigorous. I mean, what Arizona State did, and Arizona tore up Oklahoma State, and UCLA beats Nebraska, and Oregon State beats Wisconsin. So, it's going to be a very challenging year. There's no doubt about it. And just like last year was, just like what we expected was going to be the case when we joined this league. I've said that from the very beginning, that the bar's been raised, and there's no doubt about that. And yesterday, or this past weekend, was a great example of that. I know the first weekend of the Pac-12 wasn't really that impressive, but I think you saw more of what